Paul,
Andy,
if you were a robot master, what power do you think Mega Man would get from you after he kicks your sorry ass?
he would get the ability to cower in a corner.
Cool. That'll come in handy.
Mm-hmm. It's like best power ever for a robot.
He gets tiny. It just goes in the corner. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Solid opening. Thanks for that. Welcome back to Power Trip Gaming Retrospective.
Welcome back, guys.
We're doing Mega Man. This fucking game, man.
It is the classic from Capcom in 1987. Keiji Inafune brought us the wonderful world of Mega Man, and it started right here on the Nintendo in 1987.
I was gonna say
It became Capcom's
one of the most powerful IP, or one of the more well-known IPs, but it's really, well, no, it is.
I think it still is. I think it's still very.
Mega Man is always strange to me.
So Mega Man was probably from the late 80s through the early 90s, and actually maybe even through the late 90s as well too. Mega Man was really Capcom's flagship title. Or their flagship IP.
Mega Man was powerful.
Yeah. So Mega Man was, and then it really, I don't know, it was a little bit stagnant. They tried to do some new things. People didn't really receive it that well. And so then it just kind of, I don't know.
Drifted off.
It just drifted off. And so people just really kind of stopped talking about it.
But then it's funny because Mega Man X then came out and blew people out of the fucking water. I mean, Mega Man X was a huge hit. But then they released Mega Man, was it 7 or 8 on the Super... No, Mega Man 8 was PS1?
Yes, and Sega
so
Saturn.
7 would have been Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then people were like, wait a minute, this is an X. And then, I don't know, like the main series Mega Man always felt strange to me. That it kind of drifted off. Even though, like, I love all of the games. Mm-hmm. I love the original Mega Man series. It's one of my favorites. I could play through all of them and still love them like I did when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. X, not so much. But the main series, yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jesus Christ, they're coming out with Mega Man 11.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty soon here.
Nope,
so, I mean...
Yep. I mean, it was what, 15, 20 years later is when they started releasing, like, Mega Man 9 and then Mega Man 10 on the PlayStation Network, and now they're doing Mega Man 11.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's... Obviously, it's the IP that's still highly regarded, and it just... I think it'll be around for a very long time.
It's still very relevant.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because then it feels like it's never quite gotten the recognition that it deserves. At least to me, it still doesn't seem like it's as regarded as it should be.
It's not, but when you think of the other games that kind of came out at the time, I mean, Nintendo already had the Super Mario Brothers franchise as a powerhouse IP.
Oh, yes.
They had Legend of Zelda. Konami had Castlevania, which I think, again, they're kind of in the same boat as Mega Man, where it's maybe not
Castlevania's not quite as
powerhouse, but that's because it wasn't one of those Nintendo IPs that was them.
Yeah.
So.
But fuck, we could talk all day about Mega Man, especially if our buddy Tim was here.
Oh, yeah.
As he is in all of our Mega Man playthroughs, as well as Mega Man X.
Yes, he is, because he is the Mega Man savant.
He is. He
knows everything about Mega Man.
But we'll talk about Mega Man 1. This game's hard as shit.
It is hard as shit.
I would say it's probably the hardest of the main series.
I would agree.
Of the numbered series,
I would agree. I would agree with that, because that is one of the standout things of this game, is that everybody remembers how hard Mega Man 1 is. Actually, I take that back. Everybody remembers that Mega Man 2 is the best Mega Man game on the Nintendo.
Arguably.
I
like 2 better than 3, but a lot of people like 3.
I was going to say, it's a mix between 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's very divisive.
But everybody remembers that 2 is fantastic, and it was so easy, it's just like so easy to beat it and stuff like that, and then people forget that when you go back to 1, you're like, wait a minute, what? Why is this game so fucking hard?
Yeah.
And it
1 was rough.
It was very hard.
Mega Man 1, you fought, I mean, it's... Who doesn't know Mega Man? I mean, You fight, well, in every subsequent one, it was 8 robot masters. This one's only 6.
Only 6, yep.
You got the 2, 2, 2. Yeah, so there's only 6 robot masters before you go after Wily. I mean, run and jump through the stages. You get a power at the end of it, which is always awesome. That works better. It's like that paper, rock, scissors type
mentality,
gameplay that I think has really solidified itself in this series.
Yeah.
Which has always made this very famous.
This is where it started.
Yeah. So I love this game. It's fun.
The stage hazards, though, I mean, sometimes the stages were much more difficult than the actual bosses were. And,
Knockback.
And some of the bosses were not the easiest either in this first one.
Knockback in this one was terrible. And the fact that in this one, if you got hit and fell into a spike pit, those frames of invincibility didn't mean anything.
Nope, they're gone. You're dead. You're dead.
Whereas in other games in this series, you had that, as long as that temporary invincibility was going on, you could breathe.
Period of it. Yep.
Yeah. So that's we'll start jumping into it.
Okay.
What would you give Mega Man 1 for difficulty?
Oh boy, for difficulty. You know what? I am going to say I'm going to give this game a 6 for difficulty. While I think that it is difficult, I don't think that it's... You basically get unlimited continues.
Yes, you do.
And so you get 3 lives, unlimited continues. There's nothing... Like, you can persevere through the game. Yes, it's difficult, and some of the stages are just an absolute pain in the ass, but the more you play them, the more you get used to them, the more you memorize the stage and the layouts and stuff like that, and so therefore it makes it easier. So I would give it a 6.
6, huh?
What do you give it?
6.
Oh my god, you asshole. I thought that you were like, what?
No,
Why are you going to give it this?
I give this game a 6. Hands down. I mean, the only thing that stops it from going higher is the fact that your continues are unlimited.
Correct. And honestly, I mean, yes, you got some of the issues like the knockback.
Yes. That's
you have that. That makes it very difficult. But at the same time, the game. Could you please stop?
I'm sorry.
Could you please stop?
It was so loose on there.
Could you please?
I'm sorry.
Okay. With the. Now you made me lose my fucking train of thought.
With the knockback.
With the knockback. Okay, but anyways, yes. So outside of the knockback being a pain in the butt, the actual controls of the game, very smooth.
Oh, yes.
Very responsive. When you're jumping, it's actually very fluid. Your movement is not stilted. I mean, it's very, very easy to control. So that's why I honestly feel like this game is, like, it really doesn't get higher than a 6, just because of the fact that everything really is fair in this game. It's just a difficult game. They put you in difficult situations, but the game is so fair.
Yeah, the controls are, like you said, they're pretty tight.
Yeah.
The hitboxes are well defined, and you're given a good arsenal of weaponry to deal with situations. To, like with the electro shotgun thing, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the 3-way electric thing.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you can hit stuff above you, below you. I mean, there's enough ways to deal with the hazards. And then even with the bosses, to make it doable.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of know-how.
And of course...
Absolutely.
And of course, the wonderful little glitch with the yellow devil.
Absolutely.
Just keep pushing the start button after using the elect beam.
Yeah.
And
that's what it was,
and you keep pushing the start button, and for some reason every time it goes back on, it re-registers that as a new hit, and so you can kill him in literally like 2 seconds.
I know when we played through it, we did it the legit way.
Yes.
We did not exploit that.
No.
But yeah, 6 feels right. I mean, you're given health power-ups and stuff like
that.
And
one-ups and stuff like that along the way. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Points for some reason that did nothing.
Well, it's funny because I think they learned from that too, because I think this was the only one that actually had the point system.
Yep.
And then they just took it out because they were like,
what's the fucking point?
This makes no sense to have this in. Yeah. So I would give it a 6 for difficulty.
All right, cool. Yeah. What would you give it for fun?
Honestly, for fun, I'd probably give it the same. I would do a 6.
It's like you're reading my fucking mind!
Am I really?
I
gave it a 6?
I gave it a 6.
Holy shit!
I fully agree. This game is a little bit above middle of the road. This one's fun.
I would say it's fun. So it definitely gets above the middle of the road. When I compare it to like what subsequent games did, like 2 and 3 and so on, it's like they really took what was great about this game, and they did improve it. So, so for the reviews of like 2, obviously 2 is going to go up big time from there. But but number one really did have like I mean it found the framework, and it was a really fun game. I mean the music was absolutely stellar.
Oh yeah, I'd say a lot of all Mega Man games pretty much have a killer soundtrack.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's one of the standouts of each one of these games is that the soundtracks are just absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The level designs, I like them a little bit better in other
Right.
Mega Man games. So it's I wasn't the biggest fan of the ones in this one. They were pretty bland for the most part, in my opinion. And a few of the additional tricks of the trade and tools that Mega Man picked up, I really liked when they that they added them into future games. But I mean, obviously, this being the first one, they didn't have any of that other stuff. So you literally just had your arm cannon, and that was it. And then the additional powers that you pick up from the other guys. So
Right.
So I 6 definitely, just because I think that there was a lot of room for improvement, but you already had a really solid title and a really good foundation for where the series was going to go at that point.
Oh hell yeah! This was definitely wonderful brickwork to make such a great series of games.
Yeah.
I mean, even when they moved on to the X series, it was still pretty much just the Mega Man. I mean, it was still the paper rock system.
Yeah.
Paper rock scissors system that this one started,
Mm-hmm.
but now you can power his ass up with armors, and you had other characters that were awesome. Like it was
like Zero.
Yeah, and then even when Mega Man branched off into other things, like the Mega Man Legends games, when they went full 3D, those games were amazing.
Yeah.
Still wish they would have released 3.
Well, it's funny because there's a lot of people who still want Mega Man Legends 3 to come out. I mean, it's still one of those things where, and I think it's one of those things where Capcom still teases that Mega Man Legends 3 is still there's a viable possibility that it will come out. So.
Yeah, just like fans were wanting that Final Fantasy VII remake.
Or are they not doing that anymore?
They are, but it doesn't come out until 2020.
Oh my god!
And that's only the first part. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard that snafu about that, where each disc is basically a part, and they're charging $60 per part,
which already turned off a lot of people.
Oh yeah, well, because now you took a $4 game back in the day and you just turned it into an $180 game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of stupid.
Well, and what sucks about that is because it's been pushed and delayed for so long, that like the hype I feel is gonna die down.
No, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Just the same thing happened with Kingdom Hearts 3. Like that game was announced, Jesus, how many fucking years ago now, and it's still not out.
No.
But they keep releasing all these, like.
2.8.
2.5, 2.8.
2.8, the final cut.
Yeah, then 1.5 plus 2.8, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, fucking 4.3. Like, can we just get something else? Like, just release this fucking game. Like, the hype is so dead that I feel like even the remake of 7 is gonna be, like, just kind of pushed to the wayside.
Yeah, so...
Because PS5 will probably already be out by 2020.
Well, who knows? With the PS5, maybe Mega Man Legends 3 will happen. So, we'll see.
Yeah, but anyway, we kind of got off topic.
Yes, that's why I tried to rope it back.
Yeah, 6 for difficulty, 6 for fun.
Yeah. I think, this game's got a lot going for it, and it's a fantastic game. Like I said, there's a lot of improvements that could have been made to it, but they really had the foundation built at that point where you knew where this series, if they continue going on with it, which, of course, clearly they did.
How many years later, they're still doing it?
They were in good shape to make a much better series.
Yeah.
So.
Let's move on to fucking price point then. What did you pay for Mega Man 1? I know this one's not exactly super cheap.
So, it's not super cheap. However, though, I actually bought on eBay. I bought this game. And I actually bought it in a lot.
Okay.
It was Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and 4. I bought it on eBay. $32.
Get the fuck out of here.
$32.
For those 4.
For those 4. For the first 4. And
Jesus Christ.
number 2 and 4 also came with instruction booklets.
You got one hell of a deal, dude.
Well, I also bought them back in like 2005. So
even so.
Yeah. So it breaks down. I paid about $8 for the game.
That's insane.
Yeah.
According to PriceCharting.com, this game currently goes for $55.46.
Which is not bad, because this game actually at its peak was probably around the $80 to $90 mark.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I remember seeing this game and still people are trying to sell this at conventions for around the $75 mark.
Yeah.
So, but $55 and some odd cents.
Would you say that's worth it for the first Mega Man game? I'll start it, if you don't mind.
Sure, go for it.
I say yes, if you are already a fan of the Mega Man franchise. If you've never played a Mega Man for some fucking reason, no. I would say there's a better springboard than Mega Man 1, especially to sink $55, $56 into. You could buy Mega Man 2. I don't even know how much 2 goes for right now. I would imagine
It's like $25.
$25. Hell, you could buy it on the NES Classic. There's Mega Man 2 you can buy on eShops and all sorts of shit. But actually, the Legacy collections, you can get all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck it. $40, you can get all the games.
Yeah.
But I would say yes, only if you're already currently a Mega Man fan and just haven't experienced this one. This would be a good gem to have in your collection.
I'm actually going to echo your sentiments, because I think that, honestly, the game is worth it with one condition, is that you want this game just to see that this is where the series started.
Mm-hmm.
It started right here, and you're a fan of the Mega Man series, or if you're trying to collect all the Nintendo games and stuff like that, then yes, this is one that you should pick up. However, if you're looking for a gem of a game, or like the best that Mega Man had to offer, I would highly suggest going with Mega Man 2 or even Mega Man 3, which 2 is cheaper than 1, and 3 is even cheaper than 2. So, and both of those games outshine Mega Man 1. And it's through no fault of Mega Man 1's fault. Like, it's just because they had already... They started the improvement process as they were making the game.
Yeah.
So,
They had to start somewhere.
Yeah, they had to start somewhere. So, honestly... 2 or 3 is definitely a better deal if you're just trying to find some kind of gem of a platforming game. But like Andy said, if you're looking for where the series started, if you're a fan of Mega Man, then it would be worth it. But you're definitely going to get your money's worth out of it if you are a fan of Mega Man, because the soundtrack is killer. You see a lot of the first robots, and even with the first robots, you kind of see where the series was going with the enemy selections that they chose in future games too. So I mean, and of course it was the origin of Dr. Wily too.
Yeah.
And Dr. Wright.
Dr. Willy. What game were we playing where it said Dr. Willy?
I don't know if it said Dr.
Oh
Willy,
no, that was
But in the instruction booklet of Mega Man 1, it does say Dr. Wright.
So. Right, L's and R's.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that seems right.
So I would say yeah. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah. So fuck it. Yeah, that's.
You're completely light.
Stupid. Oh fuck. Yeah, that seems right to us. That's our opinion anyway.
Yeah.
Tim, I'm sure will disagree. He'll be like, yes to everything, because I'm pretty sure he already pre-ordered 11 for 3 systems. Because that's just the kind of fan he is, man.
Yep, that is true.
And I'm all for it. I love Tim's enthusiasm for this series. It really is such a fucking great feel-good kind of game.
It really is.
Or a series to just play.
I mean, it is. You can pick it up and play it at any point, and it's for some people, even like with number 2, how, I mean, everybody knows, okay, get the metal blades first, and then it's like metal just cuts through everything. But yet people can still consistently come back to that game and have a good time every single time they play it.
Oh yes.
That's not a coincidence.
No.
Capcom knew what they were doing. Like I said, with 1, they built the foundation, and they had a solid foundation that they just completely just took off running at that point.
You know, it's funny. I grew up with only 2. I never ever remember seeing Mega Man 1 growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why that was.
It's the same thing here. It's like I remember seeing a lot of when I first started collecting Nintendo games back in God, it was like 15 years ago. I would see a lot of Mega Man 2. I would see a lot of Mega Man 3. I would never see Mega Man 1.
in a weird way, I almost thought it was kind of like a Goonies 2 or Gremlins 2, where they just kind of never made a one.
Or it just
which
never came out here, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, obviously that's not the case, but
Yeah.
that's kind of like where my mindset was at growing up, and I just assumed 2 was the start of it, and, I mean, 2 was phenomenal, but, yeah, I just thought that was interesting to me.
Yeah, it is an interesting thing.
Huh. So there you go, that'll have it. 6s across the board, and yes, it's worth it if you love the series.
Yeah.
But if you're just starting, maybe go look elsewhere.
Yeah. So, hit us up on Facebook.
Hit us up on Twitter.
Check out PowerTripGaming.tv. It'll take you right to our channel. Watch our playthrough of Mega Man.
Oh, yes! Our good buddy Tim sits in with us on it.
He does, and he knows everything there is to know about Mega Man.
Yes. And the link is in the description for the playlist.
So,
Mega Man 1.
Click it.
Watch Mega Man 2. Mega Man 3. Watch Tim play Mega Man X.
Click it.
Click all sorts of shit.
And if you're not, maybe think about subscribing to our channel.
Absolutely.
We would really appreciate it.
We do our best to provide a good show.
I do.
Well,
he sucks.
Well,
You suck.
you suck.
I mean, here. Okay, wait. Time out. Time out.
Good cut. That was a good insight. Good rebuttal.
Time out.
All right.
I mean, for no, time out. I mean, you do suck.
You suck.
No, I
Asty and Axe.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Tailspin.
What? Why would you go there?
Resident Evil 4.
You.
I could go on about how bad you are at some of these games. Granted, I'm not great either.
What game was it that you squandered it?
Oh my God, Thundercade.
Wait, it was Thundercade. Squandered.
Squandered. And, well, they won't know that, but the failed footage, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It was. I
was another
cracked
one, too.
under the goddamn pressure.
Didn't you squander Home Alone as well? One of your playthroughs?
We both
did. Yeah.
We both got down to like the last 30 seconds and just completely fell apart.
Yeah.
We've had a few squanders.
Well, I was pissed because I didn't realize that I only had 45 seconds left.
Oh, yeah. We suck at some time. We're pretty bad.
All right.
Anyway.
So, next time on Power Trip Gaming Retrospective.
We will review something better. That is a Power Trip Gaming fucking promise.
That is a promise. I'm in.
Do you remember playing games as a little kid, like tag or something, and then you knew you were gonna get caught, and you'd be like, time out! Time it!
Oh yeah, it's like the whole like you like pretend to run away, and then all of a sudden you like do like a limp, like, oh my God, stop, wait, stop, oh God, but like, and then you take a couple like more steps and stuff like that, like trying to walk it off, and then you book it.
Oh man, time out, time in. Ain't that a bee?
Oh God,
that's funny.
That is a bee.